kind of come out of nowhere in a lot of respect. Oh, God, I had to do this again. All right, going to Cinderan's camera.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Get ready for some serious nausea. On Hellraisers, we've got Dread playing as the Vengeful Spirit. Gorek will be playing as Nature's Prophet. Afo Ninja onto Bloodseeker. Arteezy will be playing as Antimage. And finally, Gotham.
Gotham.
Or is that Gotham? Goddamn? Or Gotham?
I'm not watching right now.
Okay, great. So it's Gotham. And on Secret, Puppy will be playing as Dazzle. We have S4 Storm Spirit as we expected. Kuroki onto his Visage, one of his best supports. Zai wanted to play the offlane puck. And then finally Arteezy will be playing as the... What did I just do? Hello?
We're back, boys.
Okay, something happened. Oh, Arteezy Lycan. Do you want to show him on camera?
Here's Arteezy. He's in the trees.
Nice. Arteezy.
Arteezy indeed.
30
His level 1 health. He's actually
battle.
using the Puppy Lycan set made by the great Danny Dem. HR. In the Radiant Jungle at the moment.
Apparently when we take my camera, the gamma is extremely off. It looks
terrible.
Yeah, so we're going to need to fix that if we ever do that again. Can you just get your shit together so you don't need to show my camera, please?
It's not me. It's
you.
It's not. Looks like there's not going to be any rune battles, unfortunately, as Arteezy, Arts. Anti-Mage is going to get the bounty rune. S4 is going to get the one top. Which means he's going to start out with the advantage against his Bloodseeker mid. That's going to be a super interesting matchup. Of course, generally speaking, Storm is pretty damn good against melee, but Bloodseeker does have the ability to gain a lot of HP back.
I would say this is a lane that S4 wins. Like you said, against most melees, he would probably destroy the lane. But I still think...
He already got a last hit.
All right, he lost.
He blood rages himself.
Secret. S4 is losing mid right now.
He's down one.
He might come back. He's looking for a comeback.
Oh, he does get it.
Okay, they're currently tied. Oh. Well, he was close to coming back, but Afo Ninja just outskilling him right now. Wait, what just happened? He found a creep.
He's still casting.
They are... Okay, he missed a
another one. This is game breaking here.
This is actually closer than I thought it would be. They're both 2-1.
Oh, he has Howl on him right now, so that's going to give him quite of an advantage.
See, this is where the problems start. He might even die. Afo Ninja.
Couple more right clicks. He's going to go for it. Down he goes. First blood for S4.
It looks so
amazing
good when he
casting by
got the
Cinder. When Arteezy in the meantime is going to drop down in bottom lane, so the tri lane for HR is at least doing a little bit better. Puppy, he went level 1 Shadow Wave. That's not going to help him too much here. As some right clicks continue, Dread taking a tower shot, make it 2. He's going to live to see another day, but the TP is back for Arteezy.
This tri-lane for HR is actually extremely strong.
Arteezy's feeling like he's an EG again. It's like, I'm getting killed no matter where I am. There's always 3 people on me. Why?
Yeah.
I just want to play support.
So they're playing with Chilling Touch on this lane, which obviously hits really hard. Antimage dealing very high physical and magical damage because Mana Break's, of course, physical, and then you get the Chilling Touch on that. It's extremely powerful swings. And then you have Vengeful Stun into Cold Feet now available. So this lane is actually going to be, I want to say, almost unwinnable for Secret because their supports need levels before they can fight this kind of lane. And Lycan is very weak in tri-lanes, so there's no real solution. I think this is a really smart strategic call from HR to lane like this, but it's going to become a problem if this Bloodseeker gets dominated any more in mid than he already is. He's a full level behind.
He's a full level behind, and Rune Control is going the way of S4. Unfortunately, Ancient Apparition did take the bottom move, but I think that wouldn't have been worth even pursuing for Bloodseeker, just because he can't miss much more XP in mid, considering how far he's down. Of course, it is just 1 kill at the end of the day, and S4 is... Well, he's going to be 6 relatively soon. It's going to be really hard to kill him. But perhaps the transition for somebody from HR will come about, as the DD right now is on Goddamn. I'm going to go with Goddamn or Gotham. Actually, Gotham's a little bit easier to say. Maybe I'll just go for that. Ancient Apparition slowed a bit by Kuroki. Arteezy going to right-click. Not going to look for a kill. Arts on the Anti-Mage is going to pursue Arteezy. Look at how much damage there is. Finally, the Grave is leveled. It's going to keep Arteezy alive, but here comes the Nature's Prophet from across the map. Anti-Mage gets the kill, but the experience goes to Gorek as well. And at the same time, that leaves the puck top lane, Zai, to get a little bit of free XP.
Yeah, he's winning the lane already, as a matter of fact.
16-9 versus 10-2, yeah.
That's pretty impressive, because Puck is not an extremely strong laner. It's a good laner, but Prophet is generally one of the absolute best one-on-one laners, simply because of how powerful Nature's Call is, but Zai has managed to take control of the lane.
Can you tell me why he went boots first on Nature's Prophet in the safe lane? Is that unusual?
It's kind of unusual. I think he might have just been aiming to really take the fist fight and just harass very much and be able to run down puck. You see him doing the same thing right now, but Zai is really smart just taking this trade. He has the salve, he has the tango, and Prophet is out of region, so this is going to be even more dominance from Zai trading off.
But he doesn't have 3 Treants that do 22 damage apiece.
That's true.
Rune's going to come in 5 seconds. Dread's looking for it, but so is Kuroki. Don't think Kuroki can really contest this if they get closer with that magic missile available. Look for the deny, but not going to happen. Regen's still going, so that's a free stun for Dread. As they're going to continue the pressure, Arts comes in. All right, well, he kind of backtracked a bit. The blink is there. Kuroki's going to try to eat his way through the trees, but ain't going to happen. 3-1 advance for HR after losing first blood. They're looking really good in this tri-lane. Of course, Lycan, not exactly the best tri-lane hero, right? I mean, Howl's really good, but aside from that, once he gets levels, he can survive and get a lot of last hits with his wolves, but he's not that useful of a, like, against aggression. His Puck is going to get the kill top lane against Nature's Prophet.
Great camera. That was not predictable after he harassed him down low before.
Were you watching?
I was thinking about it.
You're the worst. I swear to God. You know, one of these days, we're going to have you do full camera work for one game, and it's going to be the shittiest thing ever.
Watch the viewership drop.
Magic missile on Arteezy.
Was thinking about going in here, Arts, but decided against it. Chilling Touch was in cooldown. I think else they might have tried for that one, but still, as you talked about, HR in complete control of the lane. Shadow Wave gonna annoy Arts a little bit. They could try to go again right now.
What's more valuable for you as a player?
Good camera.
What?
Good camera's more. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, that actually threw me off a little bit, not gonna lie. What's more valuable, winning the tri-lane or winning both mid and off lane? I guess I mean, let's just assume it's not completely drastic one way or another.
So if we say try versus try, and your solos are losing by a bit or a lot.
That's why I had.
Okay, so with how much
interject there.
With how much the solos have lost in this game, I still think this favors HR because they're going to be able to come back with their solo laners. But if they lost it more than this, then it's not worth it. But think of it this way: they're holding down 3 heroes, and the enemy team is holding down 2. However, the 2 they're holding down are 2 cores, so the trade-off needs to be good enough for that to be worth it. But
another rune battle perhaps going to commence. Bottom rune will pop. It's going to be a double damage. Who's going to get an escort? Zips in, takes it. Dread in a lot of trouble, but here comes the Blood Ride. It's going to silence Puppey, doing a decent amount of damage as well. Arteezy silences well. Dread almost goes down to the Wolves himself, and it looks like the first casualty. No, the Grave is going to keep S4 alive, and like it. Arteezy the first to fall officially in this fight. Kuroki's going to go to the Reckless of Gorik as well. Puppey will find his way out thanks to a teleportation. So it's a Bloodseeker for a Vengeful Spirit. I'm sorry, not Vengeful. Visage and Lycan. S4 will live.
If Rupture would have lasted the 15 seconds that it says in my brain tooltip that it does, he would have died, but it only lasted for 12.
That's unfortunate. You should do balance for Dota 2.
Yeah, that's a suggestion I would not make. So, but yeah, what was that overall? 2 for 1 or 3 for 1? That was 2 for 1. That wasn't too bad for Secret considering how grim that looked. But, and they got another kill on S4. So he's looking good, and he's probably their key to the comeback in the bot lane. But that's a good thing about S4 or about Secret's draft is that both S4 and Zai play huge playmakers that can easily go down and turn that tri-lane around, which they'll probably be aiming to do some point soon. But for now, I don't actually know if they're strong enough. The Prophet has ultimate. He can TP down or cooldown right now, but has it skilled. And at the same time, Bloodseeker's also an incredible fighter, so lots of potential for some interesting fights to break out.
Nature's Prophet seems to be going for a Hand of Midas, as I thought there would be a game attempt, but it's just Kuroki and he's only level 2, so I'm not sure how much use he's going to be. Although Puck is super duper level-wise, 8 versus 6. Of course, has his ultimate to work with, has 2 levels of Waning Rift, a little bit of extra silence. Puppey in mid lane right now, going to soak up some XP, as S4 is going to transition towards top. So this is the gank attempt onto Nature's Prophet.
I cannot remember the last time I've seen Kuroki level 2 minute 8.
Yeah, it's not.
That's so unusual for Kuroki, especially in the Visage.
Oh, zip in by S4. Here comes the TP support, but Gorik's going to be dead before anything happens. One more Reckless will do it. And off Puck goes. Blood Right is going to connect. Is it going to get enough damage? Oh, he goes down just at the last moment. There was a TP out, though, so it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Nature's Prophet for Puck.
Took the safe lane tower.
You're right.
That's huge. So this tower is arguably the best tower to destroy for Dire, the best tier 1. You could argue that mid plays a big role too, but this gives free access into the jungle of the Radiant. It's extremely powerful. The top tower is not really that important in comparison, but getting that at minute 8 opens up this map. And that means it's easier for Bloodseeker to run into the jungle and find ganks. Prophet can even farm the enemy jungle, as it looks like they're just going to be farming the top tower.
Yeah, that's going to be 2 tier 1s.
Top tower is under
Considering
attack.
how grim it looked in the start with how Bloodseeker got first blooded and how Prophet lost the top lane, as we mentioned, they won the tri lane, which they should. The solos didn't go nearly as well as they could have, but they're still really taking control 9 minutes in now. This is huge.
Anti-Mage right now, top of the network charts, has Treads, Wand, and 1,800 gold. So you have to assume that Battle Fury will be next on his list. And at this rate, I would say 14-minute Battle Fury? Would you say? Maybe a little bit less?
He might get it earlier. 47 CS at 9 and 3 kills, 2 assists, and a tower. Let me see. He could buy Perseverance. Yeah. Oh, maybe you're right. 14 seems reasonable. And I think it's the right choice too. Yeah, he's going to go for it.
Arteezy picks up his Medallion of Courage. So perhaps looking to get Roche relatively soon. Of course, he is on Radiant, and of course, it was an EG strat to pick up Lycan pretty much every single time that they were on Dire. And how much of a difference do you think that makes since the map has changed?
Quite a bit.
Dire's
I still
tower
think
is under
Dire
attack.
still has the advantage, but not nearly as much as before. I think it's going to be difficult for Secret to sneak the Roche, just based off the nature that the enemy team has ultimate that can scout it. They have the Avenge Wave of Terror. They have Treants they can send in there. And should Arteezy get below half health, they also have Bloodseeker spotting around the Thirst. Or, sorry, not below half.
Speaking of spotting out,
below
Puppy
30.
was just spotted by Anti-Mage, and I think they know that a ward has been placed on the high ground by the Secret Shop.
Radiant's
So look for that to
middle
get
tower is
denied
under
very
attack.
shortly. Arteezy.
Yeah, he can't do Roche before Vlad's anyway.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I said shortly once he picks up the Vlads, or at least pieces
He's
of
working
it.
on Treads first.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Or a book. Could be either.
That'd be a really early book.
Not really the best Vlad's game. It's not that good for his team against what HR have. Heavily magic damage based, so the armor isn't that useful. He's the only melee hero on his team to get the lifesteal. So, as much as I generally love Vlad's and I'm a big fan of it being picked up, I actually agree with not getting it unless if he needs it for himself. He should not be getting it for his team this time.
S4 has a Haystone bottle. He seems to be going for an Orchid. And against the Anti-Mage, obviously invaluable.
What do you think about his Vanguard pickup?
Who?
Anti-Mage.
Oh, God.
He's going for the Crimson Guard combat build, which
So is that going to be a Vlad's after that then?
probably. The Battle Fury is not a requirement, and the Vanguard into Crimson Guard build is incredibly strong if you pick it up early. Like right when you get it, it kind of put pressure on HR because he scales way worse into late game. He will not be farming as fast, but at the time he picks it up, I want to say for the first 10 minutes you have the Crimson Guard still in.
He's going to connect on both S4 and the... Oh my God. He's trying to avoid a lot of damage from the AA ult.
Oh, he's
Don't
gonna
think...
live.
Yeah, he's going to live.
Oh,
as
they
well
both
as
got
Zai.
out. That was really nice.
Really
Drive
close.
by.
And I think that was 3 TPs, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
To finish off on the whole Crimson Guard thing, I want to say for the first 10 minutes after he picks that up instead of Battle Fury, I want to say in most cases 10 minutes is a better item, and then it gets worse. So you kind of put pressure on yourself to really get something done in that time frame, as Puppy seems pretty damn
Mana
dead.
Void
Needs
is
to get
up,
hit once more.
but it
Nice
is only
juice. There we go.
Communicated.
Goric will claim it. That's the Midas for him. But it goes to show what mindset HR have. They're not playing for late game, because then he would get the Battle Fury, which I think he could get away with. Instead, he makes himself really hard to kill for the Storm Spirit, who will probably get a fast Orchid. So the solo kill potential, which Storm usually has on AM with the Orchid pickup, is not there if he has Strength Traits and Vanguard available.
But I feel like, okay, I'm not saying it's wrong, but and that's what the Manta is for, right? To take off the Orchid. You don't have to really worry about that.
Yeah.
But of course, there is a period of time between the Battle Fury and Manta that he's in a lot of trouble if S4 can get that Orchid up at a decent time, which I don't think he's going to.
Art stole the rune.
Wow. Yeah.
That's going to be annoying for S4. He emptied his bottle to get it, and then
He's going to have
Arts just
to
took
go
it.
back to base very shortly to get a refill. Kroki, level 5 versus Puppy, who is level almost 7 at this point. I don't think I've ever seen Kroki a lower level than Puppy.
No, it's very rare.
So weird.
Dire's
If
top
Puppy plays
tower
Chen
is
or
under
Enigma,
attack.
sure. But
Radiant's middle
when
tower
Puppy's playing
is
the
under
5 and
attack.
Koro's playing the 4, this is an extremely late level 6 on Visage. He has really not been able to do much this game. I think the deck was also stacked
Radiant
against him. Like,
structures are fortified.
that lane is not a Visage lane. that they picked him for.
Close to a denial there by Puppy. Not going to be successful in his efforts. As Zipman not going to pick up again.
That one's
to go for Bloodseeker. Get the Electric Vortex. There it is. Into a static rem, and that's a dead Bloodseeker. He does have Blade Mail, by the way. Didn't really mention that. His Arts on the Anti-Mage. Looking to pursue a little bit further as Puck gets a kill on Nature's Prophet on the back end. And Anti-Mage really wants to kill the Grave's going to force him back. Don't think he wants to go too deep. Arteezy going to pop his little Shapeshift is online. Double stun. Beautifully done from the Visage. Just a lot of damage, and the Electric Vortex might be enough. Swap in. He has Blink Up, and out he goes. But here comes Lycan. A couple more right clicks will do it. Maybe just one. Make it two. Blink Up in 1 second. It's not time enough as he falls to the ground. That is 3 for nothing, and Secret getting away with murder. Although there was a little bit of overextension.
It was actually 4. That was an incredible play from Zai in the top lane that we didn't get to catch there. He got a Blink Silence and killed off the AA before AA could ult. Then the tower did get it, but he got the AA.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's dead. Oh, he did get his Midas off, so that's something to keep note of.
Yeah, but Zai has been playing really well. He also has 100 CS admitted, 14 on Puck. That's extraordinary. So, yeah, he, as mentioned, he killed the AA. Then I think he phase shifted the Prophet ult, which is very difficult to do.
Oh, we're gonna have more action.
This is never ending.
A lot of damage from S4, who's just zipping back and forth, and there's the Waning Rit to finish him off. Arts gets silenced, but he's doing a lot of right-click damage himself. Void, Mana Void, not enough to kill S4. He does have Rupture on top of him, along with the Grave. He can get a little bit farther, but I think he will fall in the end to one more right-click, and down he does go to the Bloodseeker, who's going to continue to pursue. Puppy, trying to run himself. Looks like the Nature's Prophet back in business. Help gets the kill by watching Bloodseeker right-click him down. And that is a 2 for 1 at the moment.
You're doing great, Bloodseeker. Keep going.
He's cheering his friends on, okay? It's important.
And then he's bouncing trains to kill as well. Sprout gonna find nothing because Zai did not jaunt into it. He's currently, Garg is in a really bad position right now. That's a kill.
This could be a second kill very quickly. Dream Coil used on just him alone. He's going to try to TP out, but the damage is too much. Soul Stunter finishes him off. The silence is there now. And the swap into an Ice Blast. Zai, he's going to end up trading his life. He does have Blink, but I don't think he can get out. Ice Blast is gone.
Oh, what a jaunt!
He actually gets out? Are you serious? He's still in the tree. Bloodseeker, probably one more right click to do. He blinks out. This is unbelievable. And here comes S4 with the huge ball lightning, and down goes Bloodseeker. Kills going left and right in favor of Secret. And all the last couple engagements have started with Nature's Prophet just being out of position completely.
Zai's sick this game. Seriously.
6-1, has a Dagon now, along with the Blink Dagger.
Freaking well played, that fight. He couldn't have done that any better. That was absolutely perfect. And at this point, you see, here's the problem. So AM went for the gamble with getting the Crimson Guard. I bet he regrets it right now. Because that time he wanted to use it in, they lost it. And if he had the Battle Fury, this is when he could recover and maybe get back. But they just didn't get enough out of it. And now...
And S4's getting a ton of kills, or helping get a ton of kills without an Orchid, and he's going to have that relatively shortly. He's looking for a solo kill here, which he could probably get pretty easily on this Ancient Apparition, but he is hiding behind his tower. And you're right. With Gorek and Anti-Mage, well, Anti-Mage in general, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he kind of has to finish the Crimson Guard, right?
Yeah.
How much of a difference do you think that makes in the last fight if he had that?
The Crimson Guard? He came in kind of late, so I don't think they would have won the fight off it, but... yeah, that would not have made the difference. Not in that.
Here comes the Waning Rift. Dagon, Dream Coil. Doesn't even need Illusory Orb, just saving it just in case he needs to get out, which he can do right here. There's triple TP. If he can get out, he's going to get it with Murder yet again, and down he... Oh my god. He gets Ruptured. If only Rupture worked globally. Yeah, that would have been a kill if HR TP'd in another order. They ported in the one who could counter the TP the last. So they could have seen Zai with the Sprout. So if Prophet and Venge would port, but in the heat of them, you don't have time to call them. You just port instantly. Help, help, I'm getting killed.
I'll go second. You go third. Let's make an Excel sheet to make sure everyone goes on time.
Help, I'm being killed by an incarnation of Shakespeare. And then he's already out again. All right, Crimson Guard officially on Anti-Mage. There we go. So he's going to be tanky. He's going to help his team be a little bit more tanky. But that means his farm is going to suffer as a result. They have to fight. Like, if he starts farming now, they lose the game. Yeah. Like, now you built for it. Now you better use it. So They should be looking to...
Oh,
Oh,
right.
okay. I've seen that before.
And Dagon is level 2, and it's just going to get worse. I mean, the higher that gets, if you can get a piss early, the cooldown is ridiculous, the range is ridiculous, and the damage, obviously, what, 800 magic damage at level 5? This is a sick pickup for Zai. It's a snowball. It's funny that it's become not only a snowball item, which it's always been, and that's why it's a perfect pickup for him right now, but it's kind of a comeback item as well. But obviously not the case this time around.
Yep. He almost has taken 3.
What can HR do with their current position that they're in? So Crimson Guard on the anti-mage. Bloodseeker has Blade Mail.
They need to do
Nobody really
exactly what they're setting up for him. They need to kill the puck.
Well, Ice Blast is not going to hit Phase Shift out for Zai. He has pretty much no mana damage.
Uses his silence too, but...
Oh, Mana Void is enough to cancel it. Can he TP out? Can he blink out? Is that a kill streak?
But they lost the Roshan to Lycan at the same time. Yeah, he had an unstoppable streak. So that's 600 gold for AM. Might want to start investing that into Battle Fury.
Let's see how much gold that was. 1,000 gold going the way of HR from that one kill.
Yeah, 1,500 even, if you count the
Oh,
loss.
1,500
too.
net worth, yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, they lost Roche at the same time, so I want to call that a fairly even trade, depending on how well they can use the Aegis. If they get a lot of the Aegis, obviously favoring Secret.
And look at this, Cinder. We were just talking about how underleveled and underfarmed Kuroki was. He's level 9, and he's halfway. Actually, no, he's only 1,000 away from finishing.
He got a
Axe.
full-on comeback out of those 2 team fights that they
A
lost.
full-on comeback.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Looks like
attack.
Orchid is the choice for Nature's Prophet. He's still a ways away, though.
Dire's
S4.
fortified.
How is he not done with his? Okay, it's coming on the courier. I was going to say, like, as well as they've been doing, he should have it by now. He
Yeah,
has
ultimate.
it. And this is going to be a surprise. Get surprised very soon, HR.
You've been
Dire's
surprised.
bottom
Nine tower?
tower
Not
has
yet,
been
it's coming.
denied.
He wants to do it. Although there are some wards here, and I think they're going to spot it out. But this is a Dag. Is that 4? No, that's level 3. Okay, I'm not getting a little too excited. Zai?
Yes, you are.
What a beast of burden this guy is. He's using the S4 set, actually. So I was right about that, at least. Right about one thing today.
Bye-bye birdies.
AA. Gonna get Dream Coil. There's just nothing you can do at this point in the game. He's gonna phase shift out of the cold.
No way, no way. Oh my god!
Why do I
Dire's
always
middle
call
tower
this?
is under attack.
In comes Gorak. Not gonna
That
find the kill,
was-
but that is an insane kill. Oh, AA Blast is coming. It's coming.
Is he going to
Level
totally
1?
outplay him? I'm
It's-
still not
no.
going to die, though.
Okay.
Radiant's
But
top tower
That
is
was
under
incredible
attack.
as well. What an escape from Gorak.
I was so casually like,
Although that was got him, but the escape from Gorak was great too.
what escape from Gorak? What are you talking about? Whatever.
I had to guess.
All right, now Anti-Mage is going for a Yasha, so it's going to end up being an Orchid. Yeah, that would be an interesting build-up. It's going to be either a casual Yasha or a
All right,
Manta
team, I
style.
finished my Crimson Guard. Time for my second core item. Transitioning into
Orchid.
Orchid. It's pretty good against the Radiant team, you gotta say, but I'd probably be getting it.
Well, that's what Nature's Prophet is going to be getting. And he has the recipe, has one Oblivion Staff, and just got to finish up the second one. And he's been struggling. He's been struggling quite a bit, that Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, it's a hard pocket game. Both Storm and Puck
Yeah.
are really good against that hero, catching him off guard, soloing him, especially when Puck goes for that Dagon build.
Do you know when he was picked? I know he was 4th, but was that before the Puck?
That was after, I think.
So Puck was picked, then NP, and then Storm after.
Or
I'm just curious if you could see that coming.
can't remember.
You're right, they're really good heroes against him. Smoke up by HR. Bloodseeker now has a Sange. Does he go Halberd against the Lycan? That might be a pretty damn good choice, actually. Could be an SNY, though, which I know you're a big fan of.
Oh, judging from the current very trendy pub builds that we're seeing so far with Blade Mail Bloodseeker into SNY, I'm going to assume it's an SNY with AM going Crimson Guard. Seems to be the theme.
Yeah, just go a little bit more DPS.
Oh,
Hit ban
S4.
by S4. The Blood Rise going to connect. No, it's going to connect on Arteezy, who just doesn't give a crap because he has the Aegis. He's going to get saved by
top
Dazzle as
tower
well. He
is
doesn't even
under
care about
attack.
getting saved. 3 dead for HR, and Secret are running
Radiant's
away with this
bottom
right now.
tower
Man,
is
look,
under
Arts
attack.
really wants to go. Oh my god, is he going to get killed because of that? Arteezy's going to run in and die to the creep wave. That was worth it. And
He
then...
has Aegis. He's going to come back with that ult if he wants to use it. They'll use it, actually. Okay, never mind. It's a full team wipe for Secret. Dazzle, the only casualty. They can't really transition to Roche because, well, the Aegis was just unlike-
Casualty.
What?
Dazzle the only casualty. Casualty.
Casualty.
Yeah.
Man, their sayings are just out of this world.
Dire's middle
Oh,
tower
this is interesting.
under
So
attack.
he's going for a Yule's. Puck is without upgrading to level 5. Is this acceptable on a Dagon? I'm not sure if that's
Please
acceptable.
report.
Dire's
Swap it
structures
into an
are
Ice Blast.
fortified.
Wow, that
Arteezy.
did like no damage whatsoever.
He doesn't have his
Ice
ult
level
for
1 magic
25
missile.
seconds though. There's gonna be at least one magic
Chase.
missile.
They could port the
Dire's
Prophet.
top
Everybody
tower
Bloodseeker is
under
there.
Seeker
attack.
Yeah.
Rupture.
He's dead.
Magic missile, Blood Right. Is he gonna run out of the Blood Right? He is. Pops the wolves. He's here for 15 seconds according to Cinder, and down he goes. Gorak TV's in just to die. It's a 1-for-1 right off the bat. Zai continuing to be elusive on this puck. I have to say, this is one of the best performances of puck I've seen in a decent amount of time. And this is like S4 worthy.
Yeah, he's playing exceptionally well on the puck so far this game. To finish off on the whole Yule's thing, I think with him picking that up now, he keeps himself completely safe from the counterplay, which would generally be either getting caught in the Blood Rite or after phasing getting caught by Avenge Stun. Just if you can buy the time with the Yules and have that extra escapability, that's good. The other concern or the other consideration here could be he's able to solo them at the current point in time with Dagon 3. So why would he make Dagon 5? It's
Right.
basically just excess damage that he doesn't need at the current point.
It's style points. I've said this time and time again, and that's what makes you God at Dota 2. This wolf is scouting things out, and doesn't look like anything will come of it. As Blood Rage is applied to Anti-Mage, so maybe that's kind of their thinking. They make him really tanky. He does extra damage with Blood Rage. He takes extra damage as well, though, so it kind of cancels out to some degree, I feel. Necro level 3, picked up by Arteezy. I think they just wait for another Aegis and then try to finish this game.
There's a couple of big items coming HR's way as well, though. The Orchid is done on Prophet now. It should be. In 9 gold. Ancient Apparition, 800 away from Axe with level 11. So that's a pretty big deal.
Wow, I didn't realize he was so farmed.
And Anti-Mage's Manta is also only 1,000. I mean, they can still do this, but it's going to be incredibly important to get that Manta down. That's like the most
It is
important.
fine. Yeah, considering how much, like,
Oh,
I
that-
feel like every gank A
Why did we not
dies.
mention that? That's why he got the Yules. He saw the Orchid was coming close.
Oh,
So then he
for
figured that was a better choice than
Nature's
grading the
Prophet.
Dagon, yeah, because that's the counter item. So
Obviously, S4 is going to Orchid Anti-Mage into an Electric Vortex to the other damage to finish him off. He's still silenced. Pops his Crimson Guard. I don't know if it's going to be enough. He gets swapped at the last second and blinks out to safety. At least for now, where the hell is he? Yeah, he's on the top lane. That means he's not going to help out whatsoever with his right-click damage. And Gorak attempting to TP out. He'll be fine, but 2 dead for HR, and the pressure continues. They can get a Storm Spirit, though. That's a great kill. They're going to completely surround Bloodseeker, who gets the Rupture onto Kuroku, which means he just has to stand here and watch himself bleed from every single orifice for 12 seconds.
damn you.
You like that? Like the emphasis on the 12 seconds?
I actually think Art's missed an opportunity there to cast his ult on S4. He might have died doing it, but I think the trade-off would have been worth it. S4 had like 1/5 mana left. He was standing in a cluster of 3 heroes, and Aiden chose to flank out instead of avoiding.
Dire's
That
top tower has
might have won
fallen.
them the fight, but it's also a very difficult play to make in the moment. And as a result now, they're probably going to lose a lane of barracks almost, because this push is
Dire's
very
top
fast.
tower
3
is under
familiar
attack.
birds, that's the same thing.
But they actually are not refreshed. They're actually doing the least amount of damage they can.
Still have Howl though. Okay, they're going to back out. This is a decently placed AL, actually really well placed.
It's 3.
There's no follow-up though. And what did they get? They got 3/4 of the T4.
Mage really wants a piece of this, but he's going to settle for the birds and not going to get them. Okay, maybe he will. No.
Settling for another bird.
He wants chicken dinner. Gargoyle chicken dinner.
I love myself some gargoyle and chicken. Oh, okay, guard. Okay, he did one.
Oh, he got it. Good job. So at this point, Manta Style will be finished after a recipe is complete, which I guess he doesn't have any gold in the bank and nothing in the courier, so still a decent ways away, another minute or so to finish that up. Bloodseeker hasn't progressed in items at all since we mentioned the Saint. It's been like 5 minutes.
I think it's been more than that. It's been like 10 minutes almost.
10 minutes? I'll say 7.5.
Yeah. it's not sure.
Always trying to one-up you.
Yeah.
S4 looks like he's going for a BKB. That's going to be a really nice choice. Won't have to worry about a lot of these. Of course, Rupture still works, but he doesn't have to worry about that too much thanks to his ultimate. He can just zip around, take 0 damage, since he is invulnerable in that state. Kuroki has the gem and the Aghanim Scepter, level 12. What is Puppy now? Puppy's level 11, so he finally fell behind. He's back to where he should be. Get back in place, Kuroki says. And the smoke. Roche is not up for another minute and a half. DD available at bottom lane. This could be huge if Stormsphere picks this bad boy up. Of course, it would be really good on Arteezy as well, but Storm is going to be the one to pick it up. That is a level 5 Dagon officially picked up. Zai, you're a beast.
He has 200 CS, minute 28. That's carry farm on an off-lane puck. Dagon 5 Yules has extremely high kill attendance, too.
So Ancient Apparition is in a lot of trouble. He gets swapped out. You're seeing a lot of the minions just chase him down. I'm just going to say he's dead to the wolves or something else. He's going to go down. Let's just assume that's correct. And that's like the look-away 3-point shot. I shoot it, I look away, I know it's going in. That
just had to make a
goes
basket.
way beyond you, I'm sorry. And free tier 2, Arts. Gets silenced. Doesn't have the Manta Style to take it off yet. Because Sprout on Arteezy. He's not the greatest usage. If nobody can right click, Arteezy on the run, gets silenced, gets graved. He's going to live at least for now. The familiars are getting triple stuns onto HR. The chase continues, and Manavoid will finally finish off the Lycan. And now Secret is in full retreat. Puppy cannot get the grave after he's still on cooldown. Kuroki, Bloodrise blocking his way. Look at the zoning capabilities of that spell that you were talking about. That's exactly what you brought up. And Kuroki is going to go down to the right clicks of the Bloodseeker. And eventually, I would think, how he does go, finally. And here comes the Dream Coil onto 2. Zai, is he going to stick around? Maybe not by his choice. He has
the fish.
He has Dagon.
He can't finish. He's too late.
Okay, he's done.
That was just great.
Surprised they didn't try to go for the...
Man, that's actually extremely huge. So Art's got Manta at the perfect timing so they could take that fight.
Great fight recap, by the way.
Then, yep, yeah. So, I think Secret just gave them a Roche and 5,000 gold right there.
All right.
And that was to an Anti-Mage who just got Manta. So he got Manta before that fight. He has 2,500 gold in addition to Manta. Now has an Aegis. They're going to get their next item on Bloodseeker, which is probably going to be, guess what? Sanjin Yasha that he's been working on for 15
You know, it would be
minutes.
hilarious if Anti-Mage goes Battle Fury. I will just go vomit in that trash can over there right now. Right here, right now.
Yeah, we'll go to the cat litter or something. And Venge is 2,500, so could get a core item. Could get the Vlads for the AM and Bloodseeker, which would be really nice. He could get a Blink if he wants that. Or even work on an Axe. Prophet starting a Necro book. And
they're starting to get a lot of core items. So it's going to be a casual scene.
AA got like no gold because he died before the fight. Well, he still has the ancient. He still has the.
He still has half an axe.
The axe.
He'll get to it, I think.
Full BKB on Bloodseeker. He built that Sanj as a distraction.
Yeah.
They're gonna expect next fight he's coming in with super speed, but he's coming in with super immunity instead. And it's
Yeah.
gonna catch him.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
And then it expires and gets taken.
So Anti-Mage did go for the... I really like the Skull Basher into an Abyssal, I assume, because Storm, I think, is going for BKB, right? Yeah, he's almost there. Just a recipe away, so like 400 gold. If they can catch him out, just a Blink Abyssal Blade, that might be enough to take out S4 in one fell swoop.
Love that saying. It's my favorite saying.
Okay. Visage working towards the Sluggers. Oh my god, Ags is actually finished on A, so screw what I just
I
said.
told you that about a minute ago. That's okay.
He did?
Yes.
I just said that he has half done with
I
that.
don't blame you. Okay?
I just don't listen.
I also wouldn't listen to me.
Alright, at least, as long as you're not offended, I think we're good.
I also wouldn't
Puck
listen to you.
recoil onto Gorak with the counter. Silence. It's only level 1. And Gorak gets completely annihilated. Level 5 Dagon hurts. I think that's the moral of the story here. And I think Zai is working towards an Aghanim Scepter, which means that his Dream Coil is pretty damn good. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, last 8 seconds and the breaking stun goes through Magic Immunity.
Yes. And the breaking stun is also longer.
And does more damage, I think, too, right?
It's been buffed quite a bit. I actually can't remember if that's all the things. Yes. Those are all the things.
It does more
That's
damage,
a
too.
lot of things. More
Dire's
damage,
bottom
8
tower is
duration,
under attack.
4.5 second stun, and goes through.
4.5?
4.5 seconds.
I actually didn't know that. That's pretty. That's like a Morphling support stun. that's longer than a Morphling support stun. That's pretty redonk.
It's extremely strong.
That's an old Alchemist stun. The old Alchemist stun was 5 seconds, as in like Dota 1 days. You remember when you channeled it and you stood in place? That's pretty legit. Anti-Mage still has that Aegis. Question is, are they going to want to use this or just try to buy time to farm as much as possible? And that honestly might be the best choice because the late game is where they want to get. How do you feel about the late game?
Well, if AM had more farm, I would... And I'm saying this with an AM who's 7-2 and 7 and has 200 CS pretty much, but with a Battle Fury, I would have had more, probably. Just looking at raw late game, I think Secret has it. Lycan is going to hit really hard. Visage is really taking off, and Storm is getting a lot of farm too, but the problem with this is I think Secret might have just taken kind of a mental blow with that last fight. Whenever you lose a fight like that and you know you're far ahead, it affects you in the game, no matter what. Even if you're trying to stay cool, it still gets to you in one way or the other that you might start hesitating or being uncertain about what you should be doing. And that could open up. If HR get an even gold, I think they have a shot like that. If they don't, I am still favoring Secret 10 minutes down the road.
And right now the gold is about 10k in favor of Secret,
Dire's
so
top
definitely
tower
advantage
is
by
under
time still
attack.
Zai. He finds finds himself in the forest. He's soul searching. Also finds the anti-mage, but just blinks away. S4, waiting in the trees here. What's the key to look at the vision here? There we go. All right, very nice. Magic missile will be dodged thanks to the blink. And I think this is just gonna. I mean, does Secret wait for the Aegis? Do they care about the Aegis? Because if they do care about it, then that just means HR has some free time to farm some more core items.
I don't think they want this fight because they just used Howl. And if they wanted to fight, they would have kept the Howl for the fight to break out, and they know this push is coming. So I think they're conceding the tower and they're looking to trade for top. Arteezy is already on the job. There's, oh my god, AM has no TP.
They know that.
Uh-oh, this is a problem, maybe.
Maybe somebody's carrying a TP for them. Vengeful Spirit has one.
Dire's
And
top
the
tower
tier 2
is
tower
under
will
attack.
eventually fall. Might be denied the fact that it
Dire's
is by Puck. Top lane, the push continues. Tier 3 is taken out. TP pops a ult. A blast not going to connect. He's just going to go right back in with the melee rack. Like you said, anti-mage. We're just going to assume he does have a TP now, but the melee rack is going to go down. Top rack's completely destroyed as far as melee is concerned, and that's all that Secret cares about at this current moment in time. Puck completely
Oh,
finished
that
the Aghanim
was
Scepter.
really costly.
Wow, that is. I mean, they gave him a TP, but he didn't even attempt to. Did he actually die, or did the Aegis run out? He's gonna apply his pressure to Puppy, who has pretty much no mana. Now onto Zai, bashes left and right. Looks like Zai's gonna live through the day. Dagon's that
Pretty sure it ran out.
illusion.
The Aegis.
All right, let's take a look.
If you look at Roche,
Yeah, right.
we're probably gonna man, that's not good for HR. That's a blunder you can't really afford to make at this point. They were looking at a comeback, and Secret see the opening, and they immediately take it. Classic Arteezy play on the Lycan here. And HR, they're going to have to fight a little bit from behind now. The top lane not going to be worth as much anymore. The melee creeps going to drop in value and put more pressure.
Abyssal Blade now on Lycan.
And being down Rex against Lycan Visage is so scary.
It is mine.
I mean, it was 10k when we checked, and it's close to 15k now, so that was like a 5k swing essentially, and your creeps are going to suck balls top lane.
Oh, Antimage gets the Abyssal. His inventory is fairly good, but the thing that's a little bit deceptive is when you look at those items and you have your idea of how strong AM is.
Yeah.
He's missing the Battle Fury, which does a lot of damage. We've talked about it as a farming tool and a split pushing and all that kind of stuff, but don't forget, it gives a pretty significant damage boost. I mean,
60 damage?
65 is
65.
really a big deal. Obviously, it doesn't work on the illusions, but still.
Arteezy feels it. Oh, is teleportation
TP.
decently close?
That Sprout's gonna
Is that
see
enough
him.
vision for Sprout?
Oh my god, he's...
Arteezy has the TP. Ice Vortex. Is that enough? They still don't see him behind this tree. Are you serious? They are so close. They checked every single place except for this one nook. Oh, Arteezy. You're living on the edge, my friend.
Okay, you know what would have been the ultimately ice cool thing about that? Would be if Arteezy could see what they could see. Like, that ice vortex was literally right next to him. The Sprout vision was...
Right, he was just sitting there in the dark, right?
Yeah, he couldn't see anything.
No, he
right?
he had wolves out though. I don't know if they were using this. Hitman by S4. God damn, you're gonna die. Never mind.
Great call.
Visage Familiars though. We're trying to finish him off. Perhaps gonna be used for stuns. S4 pops his BKB. Blade mail in the meantime. Alright, I was right. Vengeful Spirit dies. That's a support. That's close enough to it, right? Arts. That's the Aghanim Scepter Puck Dream Coil. They're not gonna find him though.
Oh,
There's the Cyclone. Onto the Ancient Apparition. And Dagon's going to be up very shortly, so he can continue to just aggress. 3 dead for HR. In the meantime, Gorek's going to do his best he can to split push. It's going to force a TP back, but this, of course, is the lane.
Man, he overstayed his welcome. He's going to die too now.
And Gorek gets the Orchid onto the puck. All it takes is some right clicks. And, of course, the Dagon level 5 helped quite a bit, I have to say.
He could have yielded.
Roshan is going to be up in a little over a minute.
Minute and 10. That's going to be enough time for HR's heroes to respawn.
Can they fight, though?
Man, they are so far behind. I still can't believe they won the team fight they did previously. I think that was the surprise factor. Just the fact that they came in with aim like they did. For them to do that again, it's going to take close to a miracle. They need to hit a really good AA ult with Prophet on top. And AM needs to be unobstructed for 10 seconds so he can kill some targets. Then maybe. Because if they start getting low, then Bloodseeker will be very hard to kill. He'll run extremely fast. He'll probably be able to find a pick-off or two with the Rupture, as well as maybe Blood Raging even the AM. And then the fight can snowball. The challenge for HR is to get the Radiant low first. I think that's going to be difficult.
Visage Familiar is going to scout out Roche. He's going to be up really soon. Another 25 seconds or so, I would say. And HR is resigned to stick in their base. They're going to smoke up.
Oh, that didn't last long.
The Ice Blast already used to scout out Roshan. This is going to be a big deal. Ice Blast on BKB. They're going to destroy the Ancient Apparition. Dread falls as well. Art's in quite a bit of trouble. He's going to blink out to safety. He's slowed, horribly slowed, and the right clicks are going to tear him apart. He does not have buyback. 80 seconds on the deck. That means at least one Braxton. In fact, GG Secret are now 3-0. HR 1-2, I want to say. Still don't know for sure because we're just awful at what we do. Blame Cinder. That's his job. What the hell?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, just double checking.
Man, that was still pretty crazy to see how Xi and S4 really put the team on their back. If either Xi or S4 would not have played very well this game, I think they would have lost.
Yeah.
Like, that was just the fact that they could pull an incredible Storm performance, and especially the puck in this game, absolutely phenomenal, all game through. If they were not playing on that level in this game, that tri-lane would have cost